Right guys, welcome to today's video. So I'm going to be talking you through how to backtest and demonstrate that with Forex Tester 5 and really show you the platform itself, how it's going to aid in your backtesting process, speed things up, organize things, and help you to go back in time and really seek that data that other platforms may not have. You know, day to day when I'm doing markups or analysis, I'll use things like TradingView, I'll use MT4 for execution. But apart from that, prior to that, I was using Soft4FX for backtesting, which is a great platform, but I feel like these guys have topped that. It's so much easier to download, so much more easier to install the platform itself, so much more easier to find everything. It's very organized. You can take trades on there, manage trades, track your data as well, profit and loss, wins taken, losses taken, all these kind of crucial things that you need, you're able to track that. Right? Whereas if you just backtest on just an analysis platform, it becomes very difficult to track profit and loss percentages in an accurate form. So this is the way around that. This has solved that solution and it's such a great platform. So I want to take you through it right now. If you do want to check it out at the end of the video, feel free. There'll be a link down below in the description which offers you 10% on any product on the website. And because these guys have sponsored today's video, they've allowed you to have that discount off. So thank you to Forex Tester 5 for doing that, and without further ado, let's get into today's video. Right everyone, so this is the platform itself, so this is Forex Tester 5. Thanks again guys for sponsoring today's video. Now, this is the platform itself. I've been through my fair share of backtesting platforms over the years, and probably my favorite one is going to be TradingView, just because of how clear laid out it is, how detailed it is when it comes to price action, how easy it is to navigate between the platform, and just how easy it is to find everything and just lay everything out. It's just super easy, organized, such a great layout, and I love that platform itself. The only downside is when it comes to backtesting data, so let's say you want to go back 5 years in advance to 2015, it's 2022 or 2 already. If we were going to go back to 2017, let's say, it can become difficult and you can't access certain time frames when you do that. So let's say you wanted to backtest and integrate the 15-minute time frame, the 5-minute time frame into that backtesting session. You wouldn't be able to do that on a platform like that. Whereas on this, you can actually do that. So if we wanted to go back to 2015 or 2012 and really start to backtest some of the multiple time frames, we would have access to do that because we've got the data available to source that. So that's one of the great things about this platform. As you can see, it's very similar in a lot of ways to MT4. However, I personally think it's a lot better laid out. It's a lot easier to navigate. And once you kind of get used to it and know what everything is, it becomes so much more easier to draw things on and customize certain things. And it's just very clear as well. Plus, the good thing about backtesting as well, you kind of need a way to execute. Obviously, you can do it without executing orders and not getting real life commission, plus the profit and loss. You can kind of gauge percentages and stuff like that, but it's never going to be really true to the live moment, so it's about getting that as accurate as possible. So something that this platform represents is actually the orders. So you can set orders, pending orders, market orders, you can place positions on the charts and really get that live data of, okay, let's backtest my strategy for a year, let's backtest my strategy for 3 years, let's gather that data analysis. How would my style have played out if I'd have stuck to my plan and execute that strategy over the course of that time period? So it gives you that live data, which is the best thing. Obviously, it's never going to represent live trading because you have to factor in emotions, you have to factor in so many key things that are involved in live trading compared to backtesting, but it's going to give you as close as a representation as possible. So let's dig into this. So I've just drawn out multiple time frame analysis, just a little bit of analysis here. Now, for multiple reasons, I'll be looking for shorts on these time frames, and I'm dropping down to the daily chart. I'm just going to run through this quickly. I've just been very brief with my analysis here. So prices moved up, tapped into a certain supply zone. I'll be looking for shorts around these different areas. 4 hour, 1 hour. Now on this time frame, on the 1 hour chart, we've had a switching trend. So prices obviously pushed higher, very aggressively pushed to the downside, broken this previous structure point, and now looking for potential sells to then take that to the downside. So in this situation, I'll be looking for shorts. So once again, just wanted to give you a very brief, backtesting session. and I set this on the lower time frame. So let's drop down to the 15-minute. This is a limit order, so I'm not in the trade as of yet, but this would have been a limit order. Stop just above, safe stop above here. It may seem very tight when you drop out to the time frames, but this just comes down to lower time frame execution. So let's just see whether we get triggered in. Basically what you've got as well, you've got a speed of testing, so you can bring the speed right up or right down compared to how quick you want to go through the data. Now I want to be quite slow with this. Boom, in the sell. As you can see, sell's been triggered, sell's been activated, and let's see how this plays out. Let's just speed it up a little bit. Just going to speed it up just a little bit more. Boom, start to commit to itself a little bit. Prices pull back. Boom, would have taken a quick loss, or could have, moved to break even or taken a reduced loss in that situation, but I just wanted to show you the platform. But that would have been a sell, as you can see. Lots, it would have been euro dollar, sell, 35 lots, open price, stop loss, close time. You've got everything you need, plus you've got, the account balance and how well you're doing. So it just keeps track of everything there. And then you've got so many different things in here that you can actually use. So here's what you got. So you got total trades, profit trades, loss trades, profit trades, consecutive, loss trades consecutive, trades per day, trades per month, profit trades per month, loss trades per month, max profit, where was that gone? Max profit trade. You've got all these different stats which are very useful to your data analysis. So if you wanted to use this in hindsight, then you can actually use this. So let's go ahead, let's play price out, let's place another order once price sets up. So I'm just going to place a random order, but let's see time frame this is in. So I'll still be looking for shorts at this point, nothing's really changed, so let's eye up a potential short. Let's speed this up a little bit. I'll take a larger order here because I'm not going to do it to the precision that I did before, but let's just say I want to take a market order. This is when you can obviously work out the risk, etc. So let's calculate this with a risk, right? So let's say 1% risk. Let's keep it 1%. Let's put a stop loss in. Once again, always put stop loss in. Hang on. No, that went wrong. Let's do that again. I messed up there. Let's put a stop loss in place. Stop above the high. Cool. Let's do a TP. This is far better. Let's do a TP. Let's say here. Right. And then let's sell that market order. Boom. In the trade. And then you can obviously do the same thing. You just play that out based on how the speed of your testing and how quick you want to trade. And then you can obviously just speed that up or slow that down depending on how you like that. So at this point, I then reduce my stop loss to here. Boom, me to break even. Just enough to cover commission and things like that. Let's drop up to the 15. And then just watch it play out. See if price comes back up to take me out for break even or hits the TP. Now the TP was just super random, but I just wanted to show you the platform itself and show you how well this actually executes and how well you can track data analysis in the moment. Price may pull back here, we'll see what happens. Speed this up a little bit more. Keep this playing. Boom. Right, so you can see 1 once again, another transaction here. So started with 100k, one loss, one win. That will then be represented here. So you can see total trades, profit trades, loss trades, all the stuff we went through before. You can see that data analysis in the moment, which is very valuable to actually have. And once again, you can just go through multiple different periods of data. So this is just literally 2 trades in the moment that just happened to place. One was a win, one was a loss. If you go through 12 months of data from this, start drawing everything in, start drawing in your analysis and everything towards that. It's going to be a really good platform to use. This is the best platform I've seen so far in terms of external to TradingView that you can use to backtest, that you can use to go back and actually gather data. Like, it's very good for that sort of stuff. So I'd highly recommend checking that out. And yeah, let's talk about a few different things as well. So you've got obviously home, we've got different orders. So you've got market order, pending order. This is where you can modify close orders, close all positions and orders. This is where you can group orders together if you wanted to, change balance. So let's say we wanted to change the balance to whatever we wanted to do, we can do that. So like I was saying, there's so many different things here that you can use to your advantage. So let's just go back on this. You can take screenshots. So let's say you wanted to take a screenshot of this, because one thing that I found in the past is that it's very hard to take screenshots. So if you use the right platform and things like that, it becomes very easy for you to then put that into a journal, put that into a platform, and then use that. So let's take a look at that. So let's say you wanted to take a screenshot. Let's say JPEG, boom, screenshot taken. That will then go to a certain place based on where you've saved it, and then sorted. But once again, the good thing about this is that you can't really go back. You can't, if you was to try going back on this and try essentially cheat and go through data, you can't really do that without starting a completely new project or jump into a completely different time period. So it gives you that accurate representation. There's no need of being like, oh, let me, I've just missed that trade, let me go back and let me try and take it. Like, you can't do that. You have to be accurate in the moment, and you have to stay true to your backtesting, which is super important, because that's a trick. That's a trap everyone seems to get into, especially when they're first starting out, is that you'll kind of be like, I would have taken that trade, let me go back. Nah, be honest with yourself and really be accurate with the stuff that you're showing. But yeah, you've got so many different things, like I said before. You've got educational here as well. If you wanted it, store, there's a lot of different things that you can use to your advantage here. And I think overall, as a platform itself, it's very, very simple to navigate. You've got a list of indicators here that you can use, a list of elements here you can use. So if you want to draw on, different supply and demand zones or different trend lines or support and resistance, you've got access to that here. You've got this broader thing here as well. You've got risk to reward buy. So let's say we had a 15-minute time frame here. Boom, you can obviously have this here. Very similar to TradingView. I didn't have this on before, but once again, very similar to TradingView or some of the top platforms you can use. And it becomes very good to be able to do that. And then you can obviously customize that. So let's say you wanted to change the color slightly. Let's go with a milder form of green. That's pretty, it's a very bold dark green. So let's go with this, and let's change this to a lighter red. Whoops, that's the text. Okay, let's do the same thing again, just with this. Boom. Change this a little bit more. Sweet, so you can obviously change it based on how you like it, and then you can go from then. So let's say we're going to take another buy situation here. Let's just put another market order on, stop loss. Let's give it quite a large stop loss this time. And take profit. Let's say we're going to do to here. And then let's buy it. Okay, buy, boom, buy at market. Once again, let's do the same thing again. Boom, once again, new transaction, boom, in there. So just want to show you how simple this is, how easy it is to use, and overall I just think it's a great platform. I think I've been looking for something like this for a while. Obviously if I'm just using live data, I will use TradingView, but if I wanted to go back in time, then I'll use this, and I have been using this recently as well. So hopefully you all enjoyed that, and hopefully you all check out this platform and give it a go for yourself. Overall, I hope you've enjoyed today's video in regards to backtesting and how to backtest using this platform. As you can see, it's very simple. It's very simple to execute trades. It just takes a little bit of practice once you get on the platform to see where everything is, notice where all the tools are, things like that. The same thing that you would have had when you got onto TradingView or MT4. It's the exact same thing, just takes a bit of time to get used to where everything is. But in regards to backtesting and the data collection process, it's such a benefit to actually have that, because most platforms don't allow you to go back and see that data past, let's say if you're backtesting the 1 minute chart, like I said before, you can only go back a month or two on TradingView without it cutting off and then not showing any more data. So by having that ability to be able to go back to years in advance and seeing that, it's such a benefit, such an aid to your backtesting process. So if you do want to check it out, link will be down below. And I do have, on another subject, a full day of trading coming shortly, so I'm going to get that filmed. And yeah, look forward to seeing you in the next video. Speak to you soon.